Hi, my little friends. Minnie is once again back at your own learning platform, Learn Forward, and we are going to start a new chapter from your book, The Grammar Hub by Feathercap, and this is chapter number 6 of your book. That is, we are going to start about articles a and the. So, where do we use them? Why do we have them here? Let's learn about them. Here's an exercise for you. Underline the nouns in the following sentences. So let's read the sentences and pick out the nouns there. Sia. Yes, that's a name. So Sia is my sister's friend. Okay, sister again is a noun and friend is also a noun. Next, Ajay's watch. Okay, Ajay is a name, watch is a thing, and dial is also a part of that watch. So that is also a thing. It is Viraj's birthday today. So birthday is another occasion, just like we have the names of festivals. Birthday is an occasion for you. It's a festival for all of us. So that is also a noun. The giraffe, yes, an animal. Neck, yes, name of a part of body. The king's crown. Okay, king is a noun and crown is a thing. So all these underlined nouns, these words are called nouns. So what about possessives? What do you mean by that? Possessive, as I have just told you, possessives means the word that show possession, belongingness, and it does not definitely mean that you are the owner. Like, I have this pen, but I'm not the owner of this pen, right? So, if I have your books, I'll say, I have my students' books. But these books are in my custody, they are in my hold, but they do not belong to me. And if I say I have a big car, yes, that car belongs to me. So possession does not always mean that it belongs also to the person. It means that the person is in hold, is in custody of that particular thing. So how do we talk about possessive nouns? When we have to tell that something belongs to some noun, some person, then we use the possessive form of nouns and we must know how to write them. For example, if I want to say the tail of the dog, that means using the possessives, I'll make this short, compact and beautiful by saying I am talking about the dog's tail. Can you see? I have not written D-O-G-S in continuation because this is the plural form of your singular noun dog, right? This is different. What is the difference? Can you see? Yes, very good. Here I have not put a small comma which is here between the dog and the S we are writing here. So this comma which is slightly raised. See, I am not putting comma like this in flow. It is also at a raised part. This comma is called apostrophe. What is this called? This is called apostrophe and we write it not below. This is a comma. We write it a little higher, right? A raised one. That is apostrophe, which shows belongingness. So here, whose tail am I talking about? I am talking about the tail of the dog. So I'll say the dog's tail, right? Now, the ice cream of Susie. So, Susie is having an ice cream that belongs to her, that is in her hand now. So, she is eating that. So, the ice cream of Susie means the Susie's. Whose ice cream? Susie. From there, you get the first word. Whose ice cream? Susie's. So, you with this word, you will write apostrophe S. And then you write what thing are you talking about. So the first way to put out is to put the question whose, and the word that gives you the answer will come in the beginning now. Okay, let's take another example. I say books of my brother. Now what is the question that I will put, children? I will say, what am I talking about? I am talking about the books. But my question will be, whose books am I talking about? My brother. So I will start for the possessive noun for the apostrophe. I'll start with this word, my brother. And with this, I will put an apostrophe and an S. Now, what thing am I talking about? That belongs to my brother, books. Then I will write that thing and you get your phrase, your expression, my brother's books. Understood? I hope it is clear to you. Good. Now, what you need to remember here is there are a few rules that you have to learn for using this apostrophe. We have done nouns and some nouns end in S, like it can be any name. It can be like I say Vikas. So that noun has S at the end, isn't it? But if I say boy, do you have S at the end? No. So when we talk about the singular noun, the noun sometimes has S at the end, but sometimes it does not have S at the end. Now, what rule you have to follow? If already there is an S at the end, you will just put an apostrophe to show possession. And if the noun does not have an S at the end, then you will put an apostrophe and S. Should I repeat? Okay. Now, first of all, we will see whether the noun has S at the end or it does not have, right? Leave even singular plural aside. Just see whether your noun for which you are showing the belongingness, for which you are getting the answer to the question whose, that word, does it have S at the end? Yes, then you put only apostrophe. Doesn't it have apostrophe at the end? Then you put apostrophe S. I hope it's clear now. Same you will see for plural nouns. In plural nouns also, sometimes the plural form already has S at the end. For example, I say babies. Now it already has S at the end. But if I write the plural of child, what is the plural of child? Good, it is children. What is the plural of man? Yes, it is men. What is the plural of woman? Good, it is women. So all these are plural, but they do not have S at the end. So with the plural also, you will follow the same rule. S at the end, put only apostrophe. No S at the end, put apostrophe and S also. So we'll say children's, men's, women's, whatever you want to add. We can say clothes. All of them need them. And if I say babies, here also I can say babies' clothes. Right? I hope it is clear to you now. Just make a distinction mark whether there is S at the end or there is not with the noun. Right? No S means you add apostrophe S, and if there is S at the end, just put apostrophe. We will not repeat S there. Is that clear? Can we move ahead? Okay, here's an exercise. Rewrite each group of words using an apostrophe with an S. The son of Mr. Smith. Yes, the first question is, whose son are you talking about? You are talking about the son of Mr. Smith. So we'll start with this. Mr. Smith's. Here you will put apostrophe S because there is H, not S at the end. And what are you talking about? His son. So we'll say Mr. Smith's son. The hats of the clowns. Whose hats? The clowns. Will start from here. The clowns. It is plural with S at the end. So what are you going to put? Very nice. That's only apostrophe. And what thing are we talking about? Hats. So the clown's hats. Isn't it easy that way? Just put the question whose and start writing. The bags of the boys. Whose bags? The boys' bags. Brilliant. So what are you going to put here? Good, because there is S, you will put only apostrophe bags. Next, the books of the children. Whose books? The children. Do you have S at the end here? No. And what we are following, we are just starting with the answer to the question whose. Whose? The children's. And with this, we are putting apostrophe form. The children's books. I hope it's really very easy for you now to transform. The cycle of my brother. Whose cycle? My brother's. I'm going to start with that answer to whose. My brother's cycle. It's done. Right? Next, put apostrophe in these sentences. Apostrophe is missing. You just have to find where to put it. Ria is my sister's friend. So, the friend of my sister. It should be an apostrophe here. It is Rohan's birthday. Whose birthday? Rohan's. So, here whose? That's why you must put apostrophe. Did you find grandma's spectacles? Again, whose spectacles? Grandma's. So it should be an apostrophe here because it is giving an answer to whose. Next, Daniel's shoes are too big. Again, put the same question. Wonderful. That's whose shoes? Daniel's shoes. So it will be apostrophe here. Rosie's watch has a round dial. Whose watch? Rosie's. So it will be an apostrophe here. Isn't that easy? Good. So can we move ahead and let's recall what we have done? We have learned that apostrophe is a small comma which is written a little raised from your normal level of writing. It's not like at the level of comma. It is a raised one and it is used to show possession, belongingness, and it gives an answer to whose. Remember this always. And then we learned if the noun already has S at the end, we just use apostrophe to show possession, and if it does not have S at the end, we use apostrophe S to show possession using this form. So, it's time to practice now. Let's see how much you have learned from this session. Complete the sentences by choosing the words from this help box. Children, father, mother, sister, brother. So many things, so many words are, relations are given here. My mother's dash is my grandmother. So my mother's who is my grandmother? Mother's mother. Yes. So that means the mother of my mother. My mother's dash is my grandfather. Yes, her father is your grandfather. Very good. My father's dash is my aunt. So who is your aunt? Your father's sister. Good. So this is another relation. My aunt's dash are my cousins. Your aunts, who are your cousins? Her children. So do we have? Yes. Her children. That means my aunt's children are my cousins. My mother's dash is my uncle. So who is your uncle? He is your mother's brother. Good. So this comes here. And we are done. I hope now you know the possessive forms very well and it was easy for you using the question. Perfect. Using the word, question word, whose, and whatever word gives answer to whose, you will start your phrase with that noun and use apostrophe or apostrophe S as needed. So we'll be looking forward for more sessions in grammar. Hope you are having a good time learning grammar with Minnie. See you in next series. Till then, happy learning.